first guest, the CEO, the new CEO of Dialogue New Brunswick. It is Nadine Duguay-Lemay. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Must be some fun in the green room because there's so much energy coming out here for this.
I love the tune. I just realized, okay, this was really catchy.
Yeah, we actually had to change it almost a year ago because it came down from the mothership that said, you know, we need to make sure that all of our tunes are copyright free, they're Creative Commons license or whatever, and the ones we were using, we weren't allowed to use anymore, so we had to go through and pick them, and that's the one we picked out.
Oh.
So
I thought I heard you wanted hairspray, but maybe not.
Well, we might. There, you know, now that the producers mentioned earlier on in the show, he's like, I think I want to reshoot the opening. So I don't know.
Maybe we'll do that. Okay.
Maybe there'll be something new later this summer. I don't know. Now we've promised it and it's on TV. Now it's going to happen, but who knows? But either way, we're here to talk Dialogue NB, and we have nailed dialogue over the first minute, I think. But new CEO. So what? How long have you been on the job, and how do you like it so far?
4 months. It's exciting, it's rewarding. I wanted a job that created impact in New Brunswick, and this is definitely doing it.
All right. So now Dialogue New Brunswick's been around since 1989, so
yes.
It's as old as me. And
not that you want to reveal your age.
Well, no, it's not so bad because I'm under 30, right? Once you hit over that, then it's kind of like, I don't know.
So I won't reveal my age then.
No, well,
okay.
I'll let you choose that if you choose. But either way, new CEO means some new ideas, some new blood pumped into it. So take us through a couple of your ideas. What do you think?
Well, really, what's been happening is it's an ensemble of circumstances, really. So I don't want to take credit for the new pivot that we've taken, but really, what I want to announce is that at our annual general meeting that took place about 2 weeks ago, we've completely changed our mandate. We've clarified our mission. We're charting a new course towards social cohesion. We basically want to become the world-class leaders with respect to social cohesion. We think New Brunswick has all the ingredients to make that happen. We're certainly a very interesting community to study and to work towards. So we've clarified our mission, we've clarified our vision statement, which is, we want to foster an environment where every resident is going to feel welcome, accepted, heard, valued, and that they belong in New Brunswick. So it's very exciting times, actually. Yes.
It's really exciting in this heat wave that we can keep bringing the heat,
Really I love exciting. The heat, so.
It's so hot. It's so hot.
Well, see, put me in the 30-degree heat and I'm happy, so yeah.
Yeah, I've got extra insulation, so I'm well taken care of for that. But let's talk about the mission then. Let's talk about some details. What for our viewers at home, what exactly do you mean when you say social cohesion? What does that mean?
Very simply put, it is the willingness of citizens or residents of a society to work together towards a common goal and to make their society more prosper and to survive and thrive, right? That's really the most layman's term I can put it. Now, if you read our definition on social media, Mathieu Wade, the sociologist, just helped us define it, and I think it goes along something with a process in which communities and individuals, work together to achieve a common goal. So
which is impressive because you get those social medias, you got like 280 characters, so you got to like really shrink it down.
It wasn't bad, eh?
It's very impressive. I'm not going to lie, it is.
There you go, social cohesion, folks.
That's what social cohesion is all about. It's making sure it's
240
characters that you can fit on Twitter. But which it is a soundbite generation. But how important is it to spread that message in 2018 here?
It's very important. I'll tell you quite honestly, when I look at the state of New Brunswick, we see rising tensions due to economic uncertainty. Every statistic that I saw in the last year was just either lagging or hurting. We've had a negative birth rate. We have, a shrinking active population contributing to our demographics and our labor force. So when you put all of this together in the aging population and, urban, rural, like everything is there to just, if there is a message for New Brunswickers, is like social cohesion is needed. If we don't, I really fear for what's going to happen for the future of the province, honestly. We're all in this together. We share this land. We have the same challenges, we have the same opportunities, so we need to come together to clarify, what are our common goals, basically. That's what's needed.
And now you mentioned, I mean, the birth rate, the population going down. Is these
unemployment.
How do we spin all that into a positive? Where's the positive?
Well, there's lots of opportunities, you know, and I was just, certainly people who know me, I am quite positive, so I didn't want to put a negative spin on things, but, and which is...
Facts are facts. I mean, let's,
well, yes, and that's why. That's why I joined, because I'm one of these people that I would rather jump on the train and contribute than watch it go by, right? Like, and that's what I'm inviting New Brunswickers to do, is jump with me on the train. Like, we're all in this together, whether you're, you know, Francophone, whether you're Anglophone, whether you're part of the LGBTQ community, whether you're First Nations, whether you're a newcomer, we all share New Brunswick. And so it belongs to all of us, essentially. Yeah.
And that's actually another thing that was interesting in looking over some of the new stuff, because of course press releases out, videos out on Facebook. Go and check it out, and check out the website, by the way, dialoguenb.org. Some of the dialogue that's been expressed is, when you think dialogue, you think English and French, but there's even more to that with you know, immigration and with, you know, First Nations, and with that,
Yes.
it's not just two languages anymore. As much as, you know, you think that it's English and it's French, but it's cohesion between everybody.
Correct, and that's what we want to do, is to create an environment that will foster inclusion and understanding among all New Brunswickers. We need those forums where people can talk, where we can identify those common goals. We can't remain in silos, essentially. So yes, this is the new demographic landscape of New Brunswick, and we wanted to reflect that.
So and we'll get to a couple of specific things in a minute, but what is the next step? Now that we've identified the mission, now that we've identified kind of where we're going, what is the next step?
So basically, we've laid the foundation, which I've been waiting, you know, since basically my interview a few months ago. Now it's just, okay, let's launch initiatives and programs to make this happen. So very excited about our Experts in Residence program that we've actually launched yesterday, our call for applications. So if you are watching, if you're you know, an expert in whether sociology, anything related to social cohesion, really, please apply. This is a new exciting program, and what we're asking scholars and subject matter experts is to identify measures in which applies to New Brunswick. So we understand social cohesion on a, you know, broad scale level, a theoretical level, but what does it mean concretely? And so they can propose pilot projects, they can propose initiatives that then we can implement, and okay, this works, all right, let's go, let's continue. So a lot of leadership and initiatives. Our Communities Dialogues program, very excited about that. 20 municipalities already have reached out and want to do that work, but at local level, and we know that a lot of the leadership that we're seeing right now comes from the municipalities, so that's going to be exciting. And we're also in talks with New Lab right now to see about a social cohesion lab for youth, because really also our young people have a stake in this, and we want to hear from them. Like, how do you see this playing out, and what does it mean for you to live in New Brunswick? And so help us solve the challenges. So those are just three. I don't want to reveal all of them, really, but it's going to be exciting. Yeah,
as we said, check Facebook, check the website, dialoguenb.org. We have 3 minutes. Let's do a little bit more into the expert residency program.
Okay.
What essentially the candidate who will take on this position, what exactly will the job be, and maybe even going further, what in your eyes would be considered to be, you know, quite an ideal candidate for this position?
Okay, so basically, well, it's not really a job. So it's similar to an entrepreneur in residence program, or even UNB as an elder in residence, right? So it's more that we're offering a platform and the tools for which a subject matter expert that wants to contribute to the betterment of New Brunswick, we provide, basically we set the table. The ideal candidate would certainly be somebody who can speak about social cohesion much better than I can, that's for sure, and can explain and articulate and propose initiatives. And really somebody who wants to contribute to New Brunswick. Like, that's going to be right up there on the list. Like, we've asked in the call for applications, please express why you want to contribute, or why do you want to do a residency, and because it's not going to be a lot of money, let's be truthful. You know, some bursaries and whatever else I can fundraise, but it's just basically, it's like a think tank, actually. That would be the word that would use, that we're creating. We don't know, we're hoping that we can get 4 experts in residence. Ideally, we could get some representative of our core groups that we have in our demographics. That's quite representative, but hey, at least 3 is the goal. So does that answer the question?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I feel bad that I double-barreled it, but we were able to get it through. Let's talk community dialogues. You said more than 20 municipalities already.
Yeah. Yes.
What does it mean to be able to establish these kinds of roots at the local level?
Well, it's just, again, that's where the leadership starts. It's where it's easier because it's at local level. What I'm excited about is what could be done, let's say in Bathurst, New Brunswick, could be very different than what we would see in Moncton because it's going to be representative of their demographic. So we will provide the tools, the platforms, the forums, and the leadership for which they can then implement at local level. And there's going to be teasers too coming out very soon around that in the fall. But let's just say that on social media in the fall, it's going to be very interesting to see what's happening in St. Stephen, Edmundston, Tracadie, St. John, everywhere. So,
so really it's just kind of, it's going to be a lot of, here's the tools, now here you go. What can you put together?
Yeah, and it's more than that. I think a municipality that will say, I am a Dialogue NB community. Like for instance, I'm seeing that you're wearing the pin Excellence NB. So obviously, you've endorsed the let's buy local, let's support at least a percentage of what I buy into local products. It's kind of the same idea, right?
It is kind of the same idea. Unfortunately, I have to cut you off, but we will have you back for sure. Have a look at dialoguenb.org. You can check out the expert residency, communities dialogue, and all of that. Nadine Duguay-Lemay, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. It was fun.